Welcome to the Jerry Apps list of 10 of the most infamous cars and where they are today. Let's get right into it in no particular order. Number 10, Tupac Shakur's BMW 750iL. After leaving an altercation elsewhere, Tupac was tragically killed at the age of 25 in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas. He was in a fairly new black BMW 750iL lent to him by his record company. The car was fixed up after the incident and now resides at the Celebrity Cars showroom in Las Vegas, where it's for sale for $1.7 million. Number 9, Bonnie and Clyde's getaway car. Bonnie and Clyde are among the most infamous criminals in American history. During their crime spree in the Great Depression, they drove a stolen 1934 Ford Model 40B Deluxe. That was the car they were eventually killed in too. The car has 112 bullet holes in it and is now on display at the Prim Valley Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. Number 8, Al Capone's 1928 Cadillac V8 Town Sedan. Al Capone is Chicago's infamous mafia boss from the Prohibition era. For years, he was completely untouchable by law enforcement and basically owned the city of Chicago. His 1928 Cadillac was made bulletproof with 3,000 pounds of armor plating and glass that's nearly an inch thick. The car currently resides in the Celebrity Cars showroom in Las Vegas, where it's actually for sale for $1 million. Number 7, O.J. Simpson's Ford Bronco. 95 million people tuned in to watch O.J. Simpson's infamous 2-hour slow-speed chase in Los Angeles in 1994. His friend Al Cowlings was driving the white Bronco while Simpson was in the back seat. Eventually, the chase came to an end at Simpson's home, where he surrendered. The car, which originally belonged to Al Cowlings, is currently owned by O.J. Simpson's former agent Mike Gilbert, and it's currently on display at the Alcatraz East Crime Museum in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Number 6, Ted Bundy's Volkswagen Beetle. Ted Bundy is one of America's most notorious serial killers. What's interesting about his Beetle is that the first time he got pulled over in it, police found a crowbar, a box of garbage bags, an ice pick, a ski mask, handcuffs, and a makeshift mask, and they let him go. He was later caught, arrested, and sentenced to death. The Beetle he drove is currently on display at the Alcatraz East Crime Museum in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Real quick before the remaining 5 cars, let's just take a moment to appreciate how easy it is to reduce your monthly car expenses literally just by downloading the completely free Jerry app. Our app can reduce the cost of your car insurance, cut payments on your auto loan, help you estimate repair costs, and even reward you for safe driving. Try it out today. The download links are in the description of this video. Alright, now moving on, number 5, Biggie's 1997 GMC Suburban. The legendary rapper was killed in a drive-by shooting at just 24 years old on March 9th, 1997. Later that same year, a family bought the car at a public auction, not knowing about its past until a detective reached out 8 years later. In 2017, the car went up for auction through a memorabilia company called Moments in Time, whose selling price was $1.5 million. Even though all of the bullet holes in the car were patched up, there was still a hole in a seatbelt. To this day, nobody has purchased the car, so it's most likely still with the family. Number 4, Princess Diana's 1994 Mercedes-Benz S280. Princess Diana died in a terrible car accident in Paris in 1997 while fleeing paparazzi. The car she was in, an armored 1994 Mercedes-Benz S280, was being driven by the head of security at the Ritz Hotel she was staying at. The car was completely destroyed after the accident and impounded by French authorities. Its remains are believed to be locked away in a shipping container at a police compound outside of Paris. The car's owner has repeatedly tried to get it back over the past 25 years, to no avail. Number 3, Paul Walker's Porsche Carrera GT. Paul Walker was best known for his role in the Fast and Furious movies. In 2013, while on a drive with his friend Roger Rodas in a red 2005 Porsche Carrera GT, Rodas lost control of the car going around 100 miles per hour when it hit a curb, a tree, a light post, and another tree before it burst into flames. Because of how fiery the accident was, it doesn't seem like the car was saved in any way, shape, or form. Number 2, and this one's a little bit different, the Ford Pinto. All of them. This one isn't tied to any celebrities, but the Ford Pinto is definitely notorious. Ford released its new Pinto in 1970, and it was a hit because it was small and cheap. It was supposed to be a youthful, fun car marketed similarly to the Kia Soul in more recent years. However, the Pinto had a major design flaw. It was missing a traditional rear bumper to protect the gas tank. This meant that any collision with the back of the car could result in a fiery explosion. And that's exactly what happened. Officially, 27 people died because of this, but there are estimated to be dozens or hundreds more deaths that weren't accounted for. What's even worse is that if one of these got in a wreck or caught fire, the doors had a tendency to jam, so occupants couldn't escape. Where are the Pintos today? Obviously not on the road. And number 1, JFK's 1961 Lincoln Continental presidential limousine. The death of JFK is one of the most shocking assassinations of a world leader in modern history. On November 22, 1963, as he rode in a motorcade waving to onlookers in Dallas, Texas, President JFK was shot and killed by Lee Harvey Oswald. After that, the car was modified by Ford and continued to be put into use until 1977 when it was returned to Ford. Today, it's on display at the Henry Ford Museum in Detroit as part of their presidential vehicles exhibit. Be sure to use the Jerry app to save on all your car expenses like finding cheaper car insurance, refinancing your loan, checking repair costs, and even getting rewarded for safe driving. But thanks so much for watching Jerry's list of where 10 infamous cars are today, and we hope to see you in the next one.